nerdsreviews.com presents Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us, we'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast. Nerds Talking, the podcast, episode 13.
Well, welcome everybody. This is your introductionary Captain Phillip. And today's episode is going to be quite fun because we have a couple of special guests. Hugh McCord is back, and we have Mary joining us. And it's going to be pretty good. We're going to talk about cults, and we're going to talk about nervous pooping, and we're going to talk about cursing. Man, it's going to be a blast. So sit back, relax, and I'll lead you through the way. Here we go, everybody. Nerds Talking the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking the podcast, episode 13. Yeah, we made it to 13. So we'll see how this one goes. See if anybody figures 13 is our cutoff point. But we have a change in the program, an announcement. One of our compadres, as you know, there's three of us, myself, Lafayette, Carlos, and Dennis. One of us is no longer part of the show by choice. And you'll never guess which one it is. Who do you think it is, Carlos?
Not me.
There we go.
I'm here.
So it's Dennis. Dennis is voluntarily left the show for reasons we kind of think are hilarious, but we won't talk about it. It's all good, though. He doesn't want to be part of the show. That's okay. We got Hugh McCord back with us.
What's up?
And he got himself a microphone, so it doesn't sound like he's talking through a tin can. And we have a special guest with us. Introduce yourself.
I'm Marie.
And Marie is with us today.
Hey.
And Marie is Carlos's friend.
Mm-hmm.
And,
I have friends.
I don't have a mic though.
We can hear you just fine.
We can hear you though. We can hear you.
Okay.
Through a tin can.
I can
It's
yell.
like the first trial run. You're allowed to use the laptop mic. If you make a second appearance, you must up your game.
So this is my
This is like
audition.
the
There you
audition.
go.
This is your tryout.
recruitment.
Yeah, we're
Yeah.
looking for a Dennis replacement.
So Dennis replacement. So basically, what that means is you have to say at least 20 words today.
Hopefully I can just get by on my looks.
No, this is a podcast.
He said it was going on YouTube.
Some
Okay.
clips do hit YouTube. Some
That is
hits hit-
true.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think
Yes.
I've already hit my mark though.
Yeah, you're over 20 words already. You're in. All right. So this is episode 13 of Nerds Talking, and we are going to talk about cults. And that's an interesting topic because I guess we'll go around the room here, but what's people's interpretation of a cult? Kind of just real brief. Don't go ape shit on me. Just give me a brief interpretation of what a cult is from an outsider's perspective, and then we'll dive into it. So go ahead, jump in. Anyone, raise your hand. I don't care.
You, you're up.
All right.
No,
there we
no,
go.
no. Go to.
Oh,
No, I don't have something quickly and succinctly prepared.
No, I don't think no one has something just real quick, kind of
Well,
like a vague.
I could give examples.
No, Marie has the vague kind of vague brush over of cult.
Jim Jones.
Well,
yeah, that's like I think the one that everyone thinks of or Manson's thing. But I was listening to you guys last week and you were talking about Heaven's Gate, so I watched it and they said that it's basically a group of people that I knew I was gonna do this. So it's a group of people that are just I'm sorry. They get together and they are crazy. They believe in a certain higher power. They have a leader who is manipulating them into believing them, probably giving them money to doing whatever they say. Probably the leader feels like he's a god. God has a god complex.
yeah, I would say so.
Well,
I mean, I would
yeah.
say I would say, go ahead, Carlos. Go ahead.
Well, let me help you with that. A cult is a group or movement held together by a shared
Reading
commitment
it off the internet.
to a charismatic
Yeah.
leader or ideology,
bitch. He
right?
does
It
this
has a
every
belief
time.
system that has the answer to all of life's questions,
See, he
offers
does
a
this
special
every
solution
time.
to be gained only by following the leader's rules.
Hey, Carlos.
That hits Heaven's Gate.
Hey, Carlos,
Spot
what's a
on.
volcano? I'll wait for you to Google that too. God damn it.
I'm sorry. Did you know the
Anyway.
definition of a cult?
It's
Dick
not
boy?
a definition. I was asking everybody what's their take on a cult. I wasn't
can
asking
take-
for
I
the
mean, it-
definition.
oh,
My take is that it's a
Heaven's Gate.
narcissistic leader that
Well, not
wants you to
necessarily.
follow. Well, yeah, because it's all about him. A cult is always a leader that's
Hmm.
about him. It's about his
So
belief
was-
that he makes you believe and may you follow the leader. And if you
Okay,
don't follow
so-
the leader, then you basically disappoint that cult leader, and there's always some type of punishment that goes with it.
What
That's
about-
why you
So is God a
three-
cult leader? Is Jesus a cult leader?
Yes.
Well, you could
Mm.
say that this is, and you could say Nerds Talking is a cult leader. So shut up and listen to the leader. But anyway, but yeah, so that's how I view cults. Every cult has a leader that you must not disappoint. You must follow his rules and so forth.
Can
And,
cults have? Can cults? I believe there are cults that don't have leaders though. AA is a cult. AA is a cult, and they don't have a leader. There's no
Cults
leader.
are
in
not-
There's
AA.
no leader. You're right about that. There's no leader in AA.
Not a-
But what
Not an
makes you,
overall leader.
but what
No,
makes
there's
AA
no-
a cult?
There's no leader at all. They have special committees that make rules for them and make decisions for them, but there's no leader. They
Okay,
are very
so-
adamant about that.
Let's get into it real quick. When people think AA, they might not think, well, we're, the standard AA, it's Alcohol Anonymous, or insurance if you had another A, but, and that can be a cult too. That son of a bitch keeps calling me about house insurance. But anyway, go ahead. Tell me like the background of, I guess, the AA cult take.
The AA cult take. Well, it was started by two gentlemen who, in 1935, who had a problem with drinking, and it has not really evolved. That's the problem. And when I was watching the Heaven's Gate documentary, they said that basically they prey on people who are in vulnerable positions, and they recruit people to change their behavior. So they're telling them, we can change you, we can help you find a higher power. And so that's what they do. And they make you believe that you can be a better person by following their rules. And so AA doesn't have this leader, but they're telling you, you can follow these steps and be a better person. What was the question? Sorry, I had a little bit to drink.
No. I guess my question is, were you in AA? Okay, so that's something that you
Obviously, I'm
actually,
not in it anymore.
yeah, even though you just had a drink. What's going on here,
I'm
young
not in
lady?
it anymore.
No. But like when you, okay,
Apparently
so
not apart anymore.
when you were
drinking AA, so
when you were in AA, I guess how long were you in the cult?
I was in it for a year, and I did the rules. I did the things that they told me to do. I was going to the meetings. I was trying to make friends, and I was doing the steps. But I just didn't agree with it. I wasn't feeling it. It was too much of a cult for me. And it's like I said, it hasn't evolved from 1935 for over 100 years. And part of their issue is that it's been working this over 100 years. It's been working this amount of time. It hasn't. They have a 5 to 7% success rate. It's not working. But I
Very
mean,
low.
they do have a good community, and they are very helpful. That's the one thing about this cult compared to other cults, is that they do have a good outlook, a good community. They are trying to be helpful. They're not trying to take people's money. They're not trying to make you believe in one specific God. They do want to help people. They don't have a specific leader. But if you're not following their rules, then you're an outsider. You're not part of the group. You are not what they want.
Yeah, okay. Hey, Hugh, do you have a follow-up?
Well, I was going to ask what the ultimate point of it is then. Typically cults, there's an ultimate gain, whether it's all of your money or all of something. It doesn't seem like there's any ultimate gain with AA other than you'll be a better person.
Success rate.
But still, you're not paying to be a part of it, right?
They want to make themselves look better. They want to make AA look better. They want to make it look like it works.
Of
You know?
course.
But what does that?
They want to have more people. One of the first time I ever went there was, like 10 years ago. And I went there because I was court ordered to go, whatever. And I went there, I was crying about some boyfriend. It had nothing to do with alcoholism. It was some stupid, dumb drama, right? And I was crying and some woman came up to me and she's like, all your drama has to do with alcoholism. No, it didn't. So I humored her for a little bit, and it was just everything she said. All your problems have to do with alcoholism. No, they don't. So everything, they just want recruitment. They want followers. They want everything in your life to do with alcoholism and success rate. I don't know. I don't know if it's like some popularity game with them. I don't know.
But that's my point, is it doesn't really get them anything other than AA is a good program to go to. Maybe that's what they want. People, if they're looking to get, to evolve from alcohol, from dependency on alcohol, they want to be seen as the only game in town.
Yes.
But it still doesn't. But what does it get them though? I mean, you're not. If you were paying to go there, then I could see that. Okay, there's a point to it. The more people we have who are each paying $100 to come here, there's a point to it. But if you're not, there's no end point for them other than, yeah, we're the guys to help you, and we're the only ones who can help you.
I guess my question would be, what is the cult aspect in the controlling of the person? Because that's really what a cult is. It's controlling other people. So what is, in your take, AA? I get what you're saying. AA is controlling them because they don't ever want them to leave until they get to be success stories, and then all of a sudden you're a like
they
you said,
don't want you to leave ever. They don't want you to leave ever. You are in AA forever. You don't leave. You never learn. You're an alcoholic forever, right? So anytime I had a problem with anything that was outside of Alcoholics Anonymous, it was, oh, you need to leave that alone and just be with us. So if I had a problem with one of my friends, oh, you need to leave that friend alone and make more friends in AA. If I had a problem with soccer, you need to stop soccer. If you had a problem with work, then you need to stop being so dependent on work and then come to AA more. And it was just every time you had a problem with something outside of AA, you come to AA more. It's like you need to become obsessed with AA. They don't have an end goal besides your sobriety, but you just need to become obsessed with AA. You need to substitute the alcoholism and all your problems basically with AA, because all of your problems have to do with alcoholism, when I honestly think it's the other way around. Do
you get a chip? Did you get a chip?
I got like 10 1-month chips.
Nice. Hell yeah.
Which added up to 2 bits.
Now, does that take like, do you guys go off and play like poker with those chips, like the AA members?
Yeah, I lost every time. I didn't have enough.
Yeah, that makes sense.
That sounds pretty cultish.
I could never ante up. I could never like buy in because I didn't have enough.
Yeah, you need to be sober much longer.
Well, there are some bars that'll take your chip. They'll trade you your 1-year coin for a free drink.
You know what? They said that there was the meetings across the way from the bar, and they would trade in their chips for drinks. That's a real thing.
Right.
Which is hilarious. And that's good, because the number one rule in business is your return customers.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
There you go.
That's smart.
So you need return. That's always your number one customer is your return customer. It's never the new customer.
Right.
So that's the best thing, is pass out flyers in AA. Hey, take your chip across the street. See you guys tomorrow night.
Oh, NA is the worst. They have their drug. I went to one meeting because I was in rehab. I know this is so personal. Oh my goodness. But they would have their drug dealers on the outside waiting for their return customers on the outside of that place. It's so
Smart
bad,
business.
but I mean, it is what it is, right?
I mean, hey, they know where the customers are. I never understood why homeless people don't wait outside banks. You know?
Who says they don't?
Not that they don't, but you don't typically find them. You find them in front of a Walgreens. When I'm like, well, the money's at the bank.
Go to my bank, they're there.
Oh yeah, well, smarties. See, smarties.
No, they're way ahead of you.
It's not ahead of me. I got a job. I'm ahead of them.
Oh, that's their job. That's their job. They're working for free. They're ahead of you.
Well,
They don't answer to anybody. You got no boss.
that's true.
Exactly.
I guess. Yeah,
They're on their own time.
They answer
Right,
to
they
the
set their own
ultimate-
schedules.
No, they answer to
Yeah.
the ultimate cult leader. God. Anyway,
That's right.
So it's interesting though, because AA is a it's a cult in the sense of, like you said, they don't want you to ever leave. And that's really a cult. Well, Heaven's Gate wanted you to leave, but just not in a good way.
It was. I didn't know that it was as old as it was. Like, I remember, I was telling my parents this. I remember I was doing the research. I was 11 years old. I remember seeing the comment and then it happening. And then my mom was saying these group of people killed themselves and that they were all in black and they all had Nikes. And I remember we didn't have money growing up and they all had Nikes. And I was like, how did these assholes all have Nikes and we can't afford that? These people are stupid as fuck. We can't.
That's 39 pair of Nikes nobody needs anymore. Just go get a pair.
You know what? Probably
afford
sponsorship.
Right.
Probably a sponsorship.
But
Think about that.
After watching it, they were around for what, 20, 25 years? That's insane. And they were the same
70s,
group of people
yeah.
for so long.
Yeah.
They were insane. And then what the even crazier thing is that they believed in God, but suicide is a sin. So that's like an oxymoron right there. I don't even know. That's
just complete imbeciles. But
I don't know.
It's a cult, though. I mean,
but to them, I don't think they committed suicide, though. They
committed murder.
But they left their body to go to, the ship.
That's what they thought they were doing. That's right.
Yeah, they left their husk, if you will,
Did
and
you
went
guys
up to the
watch the
ship.
documentary?
Yeah.
It's crazy because the timing of everything kind of makes sense for them.
Oh yeah. Oh, of course. I mean, look at all the pastors that always say, oh, this is the day the earth's ending, and then they'll put billboards up, and then they try to make sense of it and align it with the Bible, because see, the Bible is a never-ending. I guess it can adapt to any time as long as the person that does it can adapt it, right?
It's a card trick. Basically.
They can make it make sense at any time. So 10 years ago when they said, oh, this is what this part of the Bible means, well, it doesn't mean that anymore. They changed it because it doesn't fit this timeline. So now this means this. And it's usually only revelations. It's nothing else.
It's like a magician leading you to pick the card he wants you to pick. I'm going to tell you what card you have in your hand. He's leading you to that card. And it's the same concept, leading you to what the end goal is for them, for the guy who's controlling everybody else.
Their cult.
I mean, what's a good cult? We
should start one.
Well, I mean, you could join my fantasy football league if you want.
That's not a cult. That ends.
How do you, I mean, the thing is, to start a cult, you need to have like a main objective that people all gravitate to, right? Like, that's the thing. Like, what is this about? What is this guy about? Oh, he's got a higher calling, or, I don't have a purpose. So this guy's purpose sounds perfect for me. Like that's how you start it. So what would be the cult you start? See?
And then also in the Heaven's Gate, they were talking about the times that I think would be the perfect time, because everyone's, there's a lot of, there's a lot of craziness going on. There's COVID, there's the election, there's all this, all the protests, everything that's just going on. It would be the perfect time for people who are confused to going confused, right? What am I saying?
I mean, QAnon is kind of like a cult following, and it's not a cult, it's a cult following. There's a difference, and
we don't want that though.
But you know what I mean? Like, people believe that stuff is batshit crazy. People believe it. Like, JFK is running the show behind the scenes, JFK Jr. Like, how crazy is that? And people believe it. Like, it's totally nuts. But that's different. Like you said, it's not a cult. It's more like a cult following, right? So
what's the difference between a cult following and a cult?
Because the cult following is when you just follow, like, there's no actual, it's an idea. So you're following an idea. You're not following a person or a group per se. It's just an idea, right? Maybe you and your friend meet up. Did you read the latest QAnon message? Yeah, man. It says if we shit in a bag and then we drop it off at the 7-Eleven, that all of a sudden Magic Johnson shows up and gives us the cure for HIV. Now, none of that will happen, but you might think so because you follow it. But there's nobody telling you. There's no leader more or less following. But a cult, it's just different. A cult, you go to it. There's somebody telling you. You can disappoint them. You can be the loser in the cult. Yeah.
Well, that's true, because most cults have that one leader that everybody thinks is greater than them and has an idea that they believe is greater than anything that they can think of. So they gravitate to that person.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
mean, like Manson had great ideas, so they gravitated to him. What's his name? David Koresh had great ideas, so they all gravitated to him.
Great.
Keith
Whoa.
Rainier, I believe is his name. He had the Guinness Book of Records. He is the highest IQ of anyone. And this guy, everybody looked at him like he was the smartest man on the planet. So they all gravitated to him. And that's, if you haven't seen that, check out The Vow.
That's on HBO.
It's about the
It's on
Nexium.
Wow.
Yeah,
See
yeah.
him. That's the guy you're talking about.
About the sex
Yeah,
cult.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It-
The sex
That's
cult.
the one that
yeah.
had a lot of actresses and more actresses and actors.
Big
in the
names
cult.
who were
Yeah,
part of that.
yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh, The Vow.
The
Yeah,
Vow. It's on
yeah,
HBO Max.
It's on HBO. Yeah, it's
And then
wild.
the one everyone calls a cult right now would be Scientology, right? Everyone
Oh,
says that's a cult.
You
So
know
have-
that one is a cult because when you sign up, you're almost like you're in the military. You know what I mean? You're not like, it's not come and go as you please like a Sunday mass. It's we own you now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like
Which one is that? Who are you talking about?
Scientology.
Oh, yeah.
It's more like we own you, and you have to do. You have to sign your like soul away for like 10,000 years.
$10,000.
Yeah.
Right.
You
have
give
to-
them everything.
Right. Part of your income has to go to them. I
Yeah.
don't know. Hugh, did you ever visit the mansion in Hollywood?
The Hugh Hefner's mansion?
No, the Scientology.
Oh, I
Also-
saw it. I did not visited it.
I was
Also,
it was
inside
right.
once. I was inside there once, and it's huge, and they even have like a little amphitheater in the backyard. I mean, this place is humongous, and just the money that gets poured into this thing just to keep it going, and it's ridiculous. I mean, obviously the Scientologists themselves, if you meet one, they're going to say they're not in a cult, but they're definitely in a cult. They praise a higher power. They praise aliens, or I can't even remember the guy's name outside of Tom Cruise. I can't remember the guy's name who leads the damn thing.
Don.
Miscavige.
Miscavige.
No. There was a
McTavish.
No, it's
different guy.
Miscavige. That's him. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's all
And
crazy.
it's funny how, and like you said, Lafayette, it's funny how they all dress like they're in the Navy. They all dress
Yeah, they
like,
dress like they're in the Navy.
What?
Yeah.
You're
L.
not
Ron
a-
Hubbard.
Yeah.
L. Ron Hubbard.
Well, L.
He
Ron
started
Hubbard
it, but the
started
current
it.
leader,
Look, it was over some books.
The scientific
Dianetics.
sci-fi books. Yeah.
Did you see Prometheus?
Dianetics. Yeah.
The
movie?
theory the theory at the beginning of Prometheus is basically the theory of Scientology, that our planet was seeded with alien DNA.
Yeah.
That's the theory of Scientology.
That's a
Yeah.
David Miscavige.
David Miscavige. Yeah.
Cabbage. Like you got some cabbage or a scab or whatever.
Yeah, cabbage. We go with cabbage. But yeah, no cults. I mean, like I said, it's. I don't know. I mean, a cult is again, it's always the leader you look up to, and you can't let him down. You have to follow his rules. And that's pretty much,
There was a documentary on that. It was actually quite a while ago. It was like 5 or 6 years ago, I feel like. And a lot of the top people that were in Scientology came out and basically spoke out against it. And this is before Leah Remini came out.
Oh yes, that was
And
also
they
on.
they spilled the beans on
That's
everything.
still, that's still on HBO.
Yeah.
That's on HBO. It's called Going Clear.
Yeah.
Going clear, yeah.
I will say this: the couple of times I met Scientologists, they were the nicest people I've ever met, and that was Tom Cruise and
Met Tom Cruise.
and Travolta.
Johnny
Yeah.
Travolta.
Did you meet
Yeah.
Christy Alley?
I interviewed Cruise, and Cruise was like like I told him, it was like around Christmas, and we were talking about Christmas wishes. That was one of the questions I had to ask. What are your wishes for Christmas? And he said, "What are yours?" And I had just had a surgery before that, and I said, "Well, to come out of the surgery better or feel better." And he said, "I wish that for you too," and he meant it. Like he was like grabbing my hand, and he meant it. And then the other time with Travolta was on a set when I was briefly cast as an extra in a movie he was in, and he came out of his trailer. "Hi, I'm John. Nice to meet you." I thought, man, this is a little weird. That's a little freaky.
Well, I don't see how, honestly, that's going to make them, I guess, a bad person.
I didn't say that. I'm
No.
just saying,
I'm saying in general, like being in Scientology, you know what I mean? Like people, they're so nice. Well, I mean, I don't expect them to be any
It was
different.
differently nice is all I'm saying. It
Like
was
almost overly,
like
like they were like from the 1950s, and hey, how you doing, neighbor? Yeah, exactly. It's kind of well.
Yeah.
Well, what's funny is,
So it's overly nice people.
but
So
you
if
know,
you
you just heard the recording.
Nobody is that nice.
But you heard the recording of Tom Cruise just flipping out, right? That
Right.
yelling at the crew.
Right.
That's, from what I understand, that's typical. That happens like on every one of his movie sets.
So you're right. I mean, so I only saw the one part of him. You know, I'm not on a set with him and hearing the other part where he's the controlling Tom part.
Well, he's just a control freak.
All movie actors. Didn't Christian Bale do that too?
He did.
He flipped
Yeah,
out.
he did that
Right.
too.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
I
well,
did
that's
that.
but that's an ego complex. That's I'm the boss, even though this guy's the director. I'm the star here. Listen to me.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, Christian Bale's very method, so it doesn't shock me that he would be. You know, if he's not, if the rest of the cast or even the crew are not deferring to his methodness, I could see him getting bent about it. You know, he's the guy that lost 100 pounds to do The Machinist. You know, like emaciated beyond beyond belief,
and gained like 200 pounds to play. What's his name?
Play
Bush's boy.
Cheney, Dick Cheney. Now we're just talking about fat movie stars and skinny movie stars. Anyway, let's take a break here on Nerds Talking the podcast. We'll be right back after this.
That was a very interesting topic because I wanted to one time join a cult just so I can make some friends to join my bowling league because I wanted to join a bowling league. I didn't have any friends to bowl with, so I figured if I joined a cult, I mean, I'm pretty sure somebody there's gonna want to bowl, and I figured I'd have them bowl with me. But it ended up we just sacrificed some animals and then had a lot of really weird sex. It was fun though. It was a good time. So pretty soon my soul's gonna be in a planet or something. I don't even know. Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the podcast, and we are gonna dive into. I didn't see this yet on Netflix. It's hosted by Nicolas Cage. Has anybody seen The History of Curse Words by any chance?
The first
on
2 episodes.
You guys, so we got 2 on the panel that have seen this show. So how
Okay,
was
we'll
the
go
show?
back.
Because I don't fucking know this shit. What they're talking about, cocksuckers. Like, there you go, we're done. I just covered the whole show. But go ahead, dive right in. I don't know. Go ahead, somebody, anyone.
Oh,
Nick
every
Cage?
show is just a different word. The first episode is fuck. The second episode is shit. The third episode is dick. But what is it? 6 episodes, right? And the last episode is pussy.
They talk about pussy.
Yes, the last
Is that a
episode.
curse word?
Apparently so.
I mean, it's kind of
I
a
don't
much
think so.
as
Dick
curse word.
is, but as much
It's a
as
term
dick
for
is,
anatomy.
I thought it was cat.
right? Mm.
No,
Correct. Correct.
But isn't that a
Correct.
weird curse word though? Like because I don't think of that as a curse word. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
A curse word is almost as like
The curse word is something derogatory, right?
yeah, and almost a little bit of aggression behind it. You know what I mean?
They shouldn't have come up. It shouldn't have been pussy. It should have been cunt. Because aren't people more offended by the cunt than they are pussy?
Period.
Now, yes, I think cunt is more of an offensive word.
Right.
So if I told you, yeah, you're a pussy, it just seems like I'm just
I'd be like,
calling you soft.
Right. I'm like,
You know?
so what?
But I would say you're a cunt. You're like, whoa, buddy, calm down. Bring
Yeah.
it down a notch. Call me a pussy if you'd like, but a cunt. I mean, come on, man. It's
You know,
true.
I don't know. I think everyone else is offended by it, but I'm not offended by it.
You're not offended by cunt?
By it. Someone called me a cunt at soccer, and another guy, I didn't even hear it, but another guy fought this other guy because he called me a cunt. And even if I had heard it, I wouldn't have cared. I don't care. Call me a cunt. It's not that big a deal. People are so offended by it. It's the same thing. It's pussy, cunt, vagina, whatever. Yeah, I have one. Who cares? Like,
Well, apparently
yeah.
this cunt doesn't care.
But you can't call. It's odd because it's funny because like my brothers will say stuff like use the word vagina sometimes instead, and it's just funnier because you're like, did not expect that one. Like usually it's you stupid pussy. And then they're like, hey, you stupid vagina. I'm like, oh god damn it.
Behind it.
See, I like the Borat use better. Vagina.
Vagina. Yeah, it's
His
an
back vagine.
Oh,
His back
you hit
vagine?
me in the vagina.
Well, even when people call other people a douche, you're like, oh,
I don't find that offensive at all. That's just weird.
I'm not like, whoa, I'm a douche. Yeah.
Douchebag. Douche nozzle.
Take that. Yes, I am. Thank you.
Yeah, yes, I am. You know any cunts? Like, like how does that work?
That
Like,
isn't even that bad of a word.
Well, I came up with the phrase "cunt rag." I think that's a little more offensive.
That's kind of gross.
it just sounds. That's what I'm talking about. A curse word is
Nasty.
something that should be aggressive. Like when somebody says, you stupid F, you're like, oh, whoa, calm down, buddy.
Wow, why are you using such harsh letters over there, Lafayette?
Right?
And shit are probably the two, I think, cuss words. But
Wait, which ones?
fucking shit and fucking shit. But the
Fucking shit or fuck and shit?
I don't know. Fucking shit.
Fucking shit.
That's
Like George Carlin is my favorite. What is the 7 words that you can't say on the air?
Oh, George
Say
Carlin, that's
all of them?
hilarious. Yeah.
yeah. I don't know. Like I mean, what are the words they use? You said they use shit. They use bitch on there.
I don't
I
think.
don't know. I only got through
Yeah.
episode 2.
Yeah.
So they use the F word. What's the second episode?
Shit.
It is
Dick.
shit.
Shit. Then the third episode is dick.
And he spends
Okay.
30 minutes talking about this.
20
Every
minutes.
episode is
There's
like
like
20
20
minutes. And I
Yeah.
know they give you like a history of it.
Yeah.
And imagine the first guy that actually said like fuck to someone, where he's pissed and he's like, you stupid fuck. And the guy's like, I have no idea what that is. What a baby giraffe? What are we talking about here, buddy? Like imagine that. And then he's like, then that guy says to everyone else, hey, let me get a milkshake, you fuck. What? What does that mean?
Type of shit.
Yeah, it's like, is that a compliment?
Yeah,
Sure, spread it
yeah.
around.
A you fuck milkshake. What is that?
Yeah, like that's what I mean.
Jimmy,
It's like,
do you know what a you fuck milkshake is?
yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. It's like imagine the first people that use those words and people interpret it wrong. Yeah, I saw this guy call this other guy cunt. Oh, sounds lovely. No, hey cunt. Like,
So- Since Lafayette and Hugh haven't seen the show, let me ask you if you can guess who has used the most curse words in movies.
I already know the answer, so I can't.
Wait,
Yeah.
you mean movie or an actor?
Actor that's used the
Actor.
most.
What actor has used the F word the
Oh.
most?
The F word the most. I already know the answer.
I think you got this wrong, by the way.
Oh.
You think they got it wrong?
Yes.
But I think
Really?
they have it wrong because I think I've heard that it's the most used in one movie.
Yes, probably.
But they said overall.
No, actually, yes
They said
and no
overall.
to all of that. But
You gotta give me a
Hugh's
film.
answer,
You
then
gotta
we'll-
give me a film.
Okay, I'll give you a film, but
Well, who do you top of your head? Who cusses the most? Top of your head? Who's?
that's hard though.
Big
Top of
name
his head.
actor or like?
Yeah, I mean,
He's
if
done
you
a
would ask
lot of
me,
movies.
I would have answered what everyone else answered. I would have said Sam Jackson.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
No, I wouldn't say Sam Jackson. He doesn't
Who would
curse
you
a
say?
lot.
When you absolutely have to kill every
But he-
motherfucker in the place.
Yeah, but see, that's just one emphasized word. He doesn't curse a lot.
Well,
in
it's-
this
it's
movie.
really
No, it's
well
the F word.
emphasized.
Who has used the F word the most?
I mean, like I said, I know the
Motherfucker,
answer, so I can't
fucker.
say it. But if someone was to ask me that question, I'd probably say Tom Hanks.
Yeah,
Have you seen Castaway?
he's
He
right
says
up there
things in
with
that movie
Mr.
like
Rogers.
FedEx.
Mr. Rogers. Oh
Sorry,
my
I
god.
didn't get your package on time. Those are all bad to me. So, but no,
Little Jimmy,
I mean,
could you,
okay, I'm gonna give you.
Jimmy,
I'll give
could
you.
come in the
yeah,
house.
I'm gonna give you a hint. Okay, Wolf of Wall Street.
The top
Yeah.
five.
It's DiCaprio.
No, he's number 2.
No, he's number 2.
Top
Then
5
then
are Al
then it's,
Pacino.
Oh, is it?
No, it's top 5. So he's number 5. Pacino's 5.
Mm-hmm.
Number 4 is Adam Sandler.
It's got to be Bale.
Number 3 is Sam Jackson.
Okay, let me guess number 2. Number 2. Leonardo
We already
DiCaprio.
did.
You already did.
Ah, yes, I won.
Dumbass. Dumb fuck.
Oh, I thought I won.
And number 1, Jonah Hill. Jonah Hill has sweared over 376 times total in movies.
Remember the
But
war
Maurice
movie?
says
He
they're
probably
wrong.
did. He probably did in the war movie
Well,
alone.
the Wolf of Wall Street alone, he's cussed 107, or he said the F word 107 times alone. And I think that's what makes DiCaprio second because he's
I
in
just
that movie
thought
as
about
well.
that. Are we
Marie,
counting?
yes. Question.
What about, not a question, but what about Joe Pesci in Casino? I'm pretty sure he had the record for a long time. See, that's why I think they're lying, because he had I don't know. I remember because they were talking about 8 Mile and Casino for a long time, but a lot of movies have come out since then, so never
Are
mind.
we also counting pornography? Because I'm pretty sure that word's used a lot. No, nobody, nothing.
But I think on
Ah.
Pesci hasn't acted in such a long time that he's kind of
That's-
probably got
that's right, yeah.
surpassed. That's what I'm
Casino.
guessing.
Casino had the most violent scene I've ever seen. That bat scene at the end.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
God, so terrible.
Oh my
So
god.
in a way, but so awesome.
Oh,
I can't remember it. I can't remember.
Honestly, you don't remember that scene?
in the cornfield where they beat Pesci with a baseball bat.
And then
Oh
they beat-
yeah.
They beat his brother first, and then they beat him.
I mean,
Right.
Motherfucker! Ah.
I've seen some. I mean, there's some pretty gruesome scenes in movies. I mean, I don't know if that's the worst I've seen, but that's pretty bad. But
That was one of the worst I've seen because it was so realistic.
But I just curse words, like I said. I mean, it's different for us, right? We're all over the age of 20, and
I mean, I said my first curse word when I was in the 3rd grade.
what was it?
I mean,
Bitch,
wasn't
bitch.
that for you guys? I thought that was a normal thing. Maybe not.
What? I don't remember my first curse word.
I remember
You know.
getting in trouble for it in the 3rd grade.
Okay, so you remember getting in trouble? I don't remember my first curse word at all. I mean, no, I mean, isn't that show they used the word "damn" as one of the curse words? I think it is.
I think in the 90s it was a curse word, but it's definitely not now.
No, I think in that Netflix show though, I think "damn" is one of the episodes, isn't it? From what which is not a curse word because you can't use it towards someone. You can emphasize something like "you damn son of a bitch."
Or damn you.
You're a
Yeah,
dick.
you damn you. Yeah, but you can't
I
call
damn you.
somebody a damn. You can say, your mama's so fat. You can use her as a dam to block the water, but that's different. That's not, a bad word. So damn's not a bad word.
Not
But I
bad.
swear that's one of them on that episode, on that show. What do I know? Cunt.
Okay, I have a question. What about, this is kind of maybe a little bit off topic, and this is totally a California thing. What about the word hella?
No, that's because that's to
Word what?
emphasize something else. Like that's hella cool. Oh, it's hella rad.
That's a
Oh,
good
man.
word. That's a good word.
Hell is a cuss word, right? Isn't it? Because you say damn, or that's hell, go to hell, or whatever, right? So if damn is a cuss word, hell would be a cuss word. Hella is a cuss word.
Well, hella is used to emphasize something.
But
like
you can go
again.
to hell, or this is going to hell.
Well, yeah, but you don't say, "Hey, you're gonna go hella to hell," or you're not go to hella. Go to hella. Who? What's her name? What's her address? I mean, is she a cunt? Like,
She lives in hell. That's what
yeah.
it is.
So I mean, no, you're funny. In Northern California, for sure. That's a word in Northern California.
They're trying
Hella.
to say it in
Oh, that's hella fresh. Oh, that's hella dope. Oh man, like that's how it's used. It's to emphasize another word, and it's just
Well,
to
then-
glorify another word.
it's a
Well, then
measurement.
there's the UK bloody hell,
Bloody hell.
which is a curse in the UK.
That's different though. That's a little different because see, you
But
can
then
say
so is
bloody hell.
bloody. Just bloody alone
It's
is a
the
curse
same
word.
thing.
no because you
Blood is gross.
remember you can say, "Oh man, that's hella fucked up." But it's not the hell is not the curse word. You just made hella see. I mean, you
But
use
fucking is also a measurement.
that's what I'm saying. Hella just turned that fucked up to something real bad. Like, oh, dude, that is hella fucked up. You know what I mean? Like now
Yeah.
it's even worse than just being fucked up. Like,
That's hella.
oh man, he's fucked up. Well, guess what? He's hella fucked up. Oh, that's even hella worse.
That's
You
fucked.
know, that's fucked up. Like,
Well,
which one
okay,
is it?
maybe in my mind, because when I was growing up, I also used to say that's hecka, and I'm the only person I think that uses that. Is I'm hecka. That's hecka messed up, right?
It's the same. It's
Right.
That's the. That's
it's
the
pretty.
Disney
It's pretty
version.
much the
That's
same
the
word.
PG version.
Yeah, it's pretty much
Right.
the same
It's the
word.
PG version.
Yeah, it's the same thing. Like, oh, that's hecka nice. Well, hecka nice.
No
Yeah.
one ever uses that. I'm the only one that uses that, and people look at me crazy. Hecka, what is that?
Because they probably think you're like from the South. Oh, that's
People
hecka
use
nice
that
there,
now?
buddy.
Well, that's like when someone says the word frick. Oh, that's frickin' awesome. Because they don't want to say fuck, but they're implying the same thing, right? They're implying fuck. They're like,
Yeah,
oh,
but
it's
there-
frickin' awesome.
I don't. That sounds stupid.
And that's what I'm saying. Like,
You never
curse-
heard that?
like-
You never heard frick?
Yeah, and they just are.
And that's what I'm saying about
Yeah.
curse words in general. When people came up with them,
Yeah.
it's just it's well, the whole English language or language in general is, of course, who the hell came up with it. But the
See,
curse words are interesting because again, what if somebody just ran around saying, "Oh, you know what, popsicle you, popsicle." What does that even mean? That sounds pretty bad, though. He just called you a popsicle.
fluff you, fluff you.
Fluff you, yeah, and like people say fudge you, So is fudge a bad word? You know what I
Hey,
mean?
That's
okay, so
true.
I had some parents, they said that because you're substituting one word for one, you're technically meaning the same thing.
Right.
Yeah,
You're
so you-
implying the same
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
that.
Yeah, when someone says, "Oh, she's a B word," a B word, yeah, she's a witch, but put a B in front of it. She's a bewitch. Like, but yeah, you're right. You're 100% correct, and that's just it's just
I'm not
curse-
a parent, so I don't really know or care what you could. Like I said my first I don't know when I said my first curse word, but I got in trouble for it in 3rd grade. So
There you go.
and I know
Horrible.
I've been cussing in front of kids and parents get mad. I'm like, well, they're gonna learn it anyway.
That is true.
Damn
Hugh,
straight.
you have
That's
2
terrible.
kids. You curse
Let
in
them
front
watch
of you?
it.
Do you curse
Yeah.
in front of your children?
I learned it from my
Not a lot, but they watch movies.
And how
and I'm
old
not-
are you? How old are your kids?
how old are
You have to actually think about that. It's great. Wait, he's counting it up. He busted out his abacus.
Hannah, how old are you again?
Are you serious?
16 and 11.
Okay,
16
I mean,
in February.
no, okay.
16-year-old definitely knows and uses it, and the 11-year-old
No, she does.
for sure.
They do.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not
they're-
hard on that. I'm just not. I'm not a hard dad anyway, but I'm not hard on that.
You tell them things like, use it in a fun way.
Sometimes we'll watch an R movie or something and I forget how many cusses are in it, and it's like within the first minute you're like, oh shit, maybe
And then you
we'll wait a little
and then you
longer to
go-
watch that one.
you go and add another one. That's always great.
Yeah, like
Oh shit, fuck.
Fuck.
Oh,
Well, that's what I'm saying. Teach your kids to use it in a nice manner. So when they see someone cross
that's
the
a
street,
fucking nice dog, Mrs.
yeah,
Jones.
hey, you
Fucking
look fucking good today, cunt. Like what? That's crazy. That's hella crazy.
No, bitch, you're playing, bitch.
Yeah. So just use it, and then when other parents complain, your son is a potty mouth. He just complimented you, you dumb cunt.
bitch, please.
Bitch, please. Now that's different. That's actually being rude to them.
No, I saw a meme. It says, when is your party at? Don't end a sentence with a preposition. When is your party at, bitch?
I mean, yeah, because that makes more sense. When is your party at? Was there a follow up there? So yeah, it's a good. Yeah. So that's the
John,
That's
now
the-
remember, don't end it with that, bitch.
yeah. And so that's the history of curse words
Bitch.
brought to you by Nerds Talking instead of Netflix.
We would know.
Yeah, I mean, I've heard it's not very good, so that's why I was asking because I think
Who told you that?
I heard on a couple of other podcasts. Anyway, that it wasn't very good. Like that it's over, like it overdoes it. Like
20 minutes, it seems like you would overdo it.
I
Per episode.
read that people who use curse words are actually smarter and happier. So
I'm a fucking genius then.
Well,
Jesus
fuck.
Christ.
I
me.
see that.
Oh fuck! I mean, bitchity cunt, motherfucker, bitchity cunt. I got smarter and I'm happier. All right,
bitch,
So
fuck,
we'll-
fuck what?
we'll take a break right now here on Nerds Talking the podcast. We are filthy today, people. Filthy, but that's okay.
Welcome, Marie.
There you go. So we're right back here on Nerds Talking the podcast. Curse words, huh? Well, ain't that some crazy shenanigans? Is that a curse word, shenanigans? I don't even know. That's another word is what's that? Humpelstiltskin. Is that a word? I don't know if that's even a word. Humpelstiltskin. And then remember the word you giving me the business? Remember you used to hit out on me with the beaver. You giving me the business? That's pretty tough right there. That's tough. Anyway, let's go right back to the show. Nerds Talking the Podcast. A bunch of cunts talking about some fucked up shit. Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. We've covered cults. We've covered curse words. Now we're covering nervous poops. Carlos, for some reason, really wanted to talk about this. He's texted me all week.
Favorite subject.
And every time I try to change the subject, he's like, no, we really got to talk about nervous poops. And then I text him back and I'm like, this is outrageous. Why?
What
And-
are you?
You on the toilet.
I'm
Well, let's find
assuming
out
he was
why. Let's
taking a
find out
nervous
why.
poop.
Marie, why don't you tell us why I was bringing up nervous poops?
Because you were nervous to come on the podcast, and so you were texting me while you were on the toilet.
Wait
Wait a second. So basically that story is opposite, more or less.
No, I don't.
So somebody was
I
nervous
don't
to
think
get on the
that's something I'd even
podcast. And
say.
took
I would
a
never
nervous
say
poop.
that. I'm on the toilet texting you. From then on, from that point forward, nothing. I can't read anything else until you're done. When you're
I
done, then
mean-
text me again.
That's a nervous poop. What is a nervous? That's an interesting one. A nervous.
I played soccer with
Oh,
somebody that was
you
like that.
never had a
Before every
nervous poop.
game, for every game, he was so nervous before the game that he had to go poop. He had to clear his system
Never had
out
a
before
nervous
he
poop.
pooped.
I
Was
mean,
that?
Hold,
I mean,
hold on
it's-
just a minute.
I can't think of a time that I need to take a nervous poop. That's interesting.
You've never had like a big event where you had to get up and stand up in front of a bunch of people. And,
Oh no, I've had that plenty of times.
And you
I just pooped my
maybe you don't
pants.
remember. I'm sure you don't remember every poop you've ever had to take.
Okay, I can tell you the one time was at a rap show performing, and we were going to be on in like 10 minutes. And I told my cousin, I really need to go to the
But
bathroom.
you were rapping. Hold on. I didn't do enough research on this. You were rapping.
Yeah, I was rapping. And so I told my cousin.
No pun intended.
So basically this is different. Here's the funny thing. Okay. So before I used to perform all the time, it wasn't a nervous poop. The weirdest thing is my lower back would tense up hard, like crazy right before I got on stage. Like that was like my nervous like thing. And it never made sense to me why my lower back would like seize up until I got on the stage and got the mic. Then it totally just went away.
Then you shit your pants.
Not on stage, but I have
He did
done it.
a Fergie from the other side.
I've done it
Fergie
during
from the other
work.
side.
Yeah, so so that was interesting. That was unexpected. I during work I was walking through a store because I visit many stores for my job, and just walking doop 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 doo, having a hey, how's everybody? And then bam, it just came out. Just came out, and I was like 5 feet away from the bathroom. I was like, "What the hell?" So then I run into the bathroom, and then I'm like, "Oh my god, I just shat myself." So because shat just means like an instant explosion.
Oh my god, that's the funniest thing I've ever heard.
So and then I run into the stall and
I'd
I'm
be
like,
mortified.
"Oh my god,
I might shoot myself right there.
Oh, this is horrible." So anyway, I basically look at the back of my pants like, "Oh my god, how am I gonna walk out of here?" so I end up pulling my pants all the way up, like the highest I can, and then pulling my shirt all the way down to and then vacating. Now here's the other thing: I had to steal like five. It was a Target. I had to steal like 5 inches worth of paper to put below me when I drove, because I ended up driving right back home to shower and change. And you guys want to hear the best part about the story? It's the best part about the story.
You mean we haven't gotten to it yet?
No, this was like 3 months ago. So, bam. So I knew that's like, now again, it wasn't a nervous poop. I wasn't nervous for anything. It was more like a sneak attack.
Afterward.
Yeah, it was a straight sneak attack. It was just like imagine like down there, they were just kind of hatching a plan. Hey, check this out. What's the plan? I know he wants to take a dump in like an hour, and he'll kind of know about that one. I kind of feel like it's going now. It's like, what do you mean where to go now? Dude, I think we should just leave now. I'm not, no, you go. You dare me? I dare you. Here I go. And then it was just.
You're in a Target. Why didn't you just grab some pants and underwear?
Because I had
Oh
to
yeah!
walk
Oh yeah! I could have done that.
Oh my God. Because I'd have
I
to
could have
walk
done
through the
that.
store. Think about
So
that
you-
real quick.
Well, you could have done it sideways with your back to the
No,
wall.
because
Yeah,
this restroom is right at the entrance, so I could easily slip
so you
out.
ran out. You just ran out.
I could slip out and just go straight to my vehicle and leave
Which
because I was
Target?
walking.
You could
What's
be
that?
like the Thin Man with your
Okay.
back to the wall.
Oh, this is in LA somewhere.
Oh.
So I'm just like it's funny because every time I go back to that one, I just think to myself, "Oh man,
You know what's
Hope
kind
nobody-
of funny is I went to Target today over on 4th Avenue, and there was a shit trail that I almost stepped in.
you thought that was me all of a sudden."
I almost stepped in it, and I looked down at my shoe, and there was a trail of it. And I was like, was it a dog? I don't know. And now I'm
Weird.
like, maybe it
it's-
was you. I don't know.
Well, the
Well-
weirdest thing is when I go to like those places for work, and I go to the restroom, and there's shit on the floor beside the stall. I'm like, did somebody have to go that bad? They just said, "Oh, fuck it, I'm just gonna shit on the floor."
I'm near it. I'm near it. I'm near it.
Before.
You know, and it's
If I aim,
almost-
it'll get there.
you know the old saying, it's the thought that counts. So
No, I
So,
work in
yeah.
retail and in restaurants, and people are just the most inconsiderate or disgusting, or sometimes I guess shit happens, but working in retail and restaurants, it's the worst. Or even at the soccer arena, kids have taken shits on the floor, on the side of it. Like, I think people just weren't taught as kids or adults.
yeah,
how
it's,
to
you know
poop
what,
properly.
soccer's a good one because I played indoor soccer with Carlos for a couple of seasons, and I would go to the games, and be like, I'm not ready to play. I gotta go take a dump. Like,
Be nervous shit.
Nervous shit.
no, but it's
Yeah.
more like I'm just not ready to play. Like,
No, because you're nervous to get on the
I
field.
wasn't nervous. I was
That's
the
what
best
it
player
is.
on the field. I'm never nervous.
Denial.
See,
I was like the Ronaldo of shits.
Tell the
go ahead.
Rockstar van story.
Nah,
That's funny.
That
One's
better.
funny as
Okay,
fuck.
so guys, this is a whole different story. This one is wild. Okay, so I go to this liquor store because I used to work for Rockstar Energy Drink, and the lady, she didn't speak English, and I needed to use the restroom really bad. I'm talking like just like no
There we
tomorrow.
go.
Like, yeah, I'm doing the MC Hammer dance in the parking lot. Like, I need to use the restroom. And she's like, "Oh, no restroom for you." Okay. I mean, you have to have a restroom. No rest. Okay. So the thing is, there's nothing near me. I can't go to like another store. There's literally nothing near me. So I'm in the parking lot going back and forth, literally walking back and forth. Like, oh, I got to hold this. If you just do this long enough, then, sometimes you can hold it until this was not being held. It started coming down the leg.
Oh,
Right? Yeah. You can see it on the pants. And I'm like, this is really bad. So I jump in the van. And the freeway entrance is right there. So I gotta get on this on-ramp. I'll try to make it home. And I grab a water bottle and I take the top off. I'm like, this is really gonna work out. I'm just gonna use this I'm on the on-ramp. Well, I decide, let's take the water bottle. Let's whip out the old friend and then let's go to the bathroom in the water bottle. Well, when the friend comes out, he goes full rocket. Goes straight onto the windshield. That goes onto the steering wheel, the dashboard. I mean, it's raining piss in my van. So I go to cap it like you would an oil rig.
I have a story. Go ahead.
Oh, I go to cap it, and when I go to put the water bottle on, that's a bad. Think about that. Are you putting a water bottle on something that's shooting nonstop? Now it just goes down all onto my pants, into my seat, my hands, everything. And I have tinted windows. Nobody on the freeway can see this. This is happening on the freeway. Like, I'm driving with my knees because I'm trying to control the environment. So when I finally get home, I just gave up. I just literally gave up. Threw the water bottle to the floor, just gave up. I go home, and now you can imagine like a movie, like almost like a Dumb and Dumber. Just pisses everywhere. It's on the windshield, the dashboard, the steering wheel, on the pants, the hands, the shirt. It's everywhere. It's like. So I get out, and then I go park it in the driveway. I get out, go grab some cleaning stuff, just clean. I'm cleaning nonstop. Just I'm cleaning like there's no tomorrow. And I go and shower, yada, change, get back out, clean a little bit more, and then take off. And then that's it. Like, oh, well, that happened. I'm pretty sure it happens to everyone. And then I just went on with my day. And that is my story of basically how my van turned into golden showers. So
I have a story. For that.
I don't think it happens everywhere.
So,
I'm not a dude.
so I would when I was covering shit in LA, I knew where every bathroom was and every garage was.
Oh,
So I had places because it was always the same sort. It was either Hollywood and Highland, or it was someplace over in the West Side, or it's Culver City. So you scope those places out. You know exactly where you can go. So typically, so one time it was at the Hollywood Hotel or whatever it is. It's at on Sunset, and it was night, and you have to park on like side streets to cover the event. So again, prepared because I had a Starbucks cup and it was empty. I said, if I really have to go, I can use that, so that I don't have to like figure something out in the hotel when I'm going to the red carpet. So I'm like, okay, get on the seat, got the cup positioned correctly, doors closed so nobody's looking. It's real dark. Start to go. Get toward the end and realize there's nothing in the cup. Where did it go? Straight into the other side. Straight into the passengers. just like a rocket, straight into the passenger seat. I'm like, fuck. I spent like an hour. Like an hour cleaning that up.
That's pretty bad, man. I mean, in the car is the worst. I mean, I've done it to where people see me run into bathrooms at Albertsons. They're like, "Why is he running?" And then I'll like slam through the door, like the stall, almost like a football tackle. And then I'm trying to get there in time, but it doesn't happen. It's on the wall. It's like I'm trying to say trying to say my name on the wall. I might as well, And the bad part is I'm the type of person that cleans it all. Like I I feel bad.
That-
Like I gotta clean it
No.
all. Like, and the guy's like, "Hey, you work here?" Like, no. Oh, why you clean all the piss off the wall? Well, it was me, buddy. I'm responsible.
I just can't get over that. Straight into the roof. And I'm
Men and your manginas. We
That's
hold
just-
it for so long.
You do.
Oh.
You do.
Oh,
No idea how.
It's crazy how like you can
Like that
hold it.
pain.
Well, you can hold it to where it's
That
pain and then
pain.
it goes away. You're like, oh, I'm good now. And like 5 minutes later, like, no, sucker. Like, oh shit, here we
No,
go
I-
again.
I can't deal with that. I can't deal with that pain.
I got in trouble in a parking lot from a cop one time. So you have to pay to park on the third deck of this private parking lot in downtown LA. I just went right through the toll. I didn't bother because I was like, I gotta find a restroom. I parked up top. I got out and I just pissed right there outside of my van. And the cop was standing like 8 feet behind me. And he's like, "Hey, buddy." And I'm like, "Oh, I really had to take a piss. I tell you what, just get back in your van and leave." He wanted nothing to do with it. He just let me finish and drove away. He was a friendly police officer that day. But if I was black,
I can't see it, but you got to put that away. Whatever the.
so
I can't see it. It's I'm sure it's there though.
that's probably what it was. He was like, I feel sorry for you. That's okay, buddy. Pack it up and take off. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Put your
He
thumb
was-
back in your pants.
Yeah, he was a black officer. That's why he laughed and laughed. And was like, But anyway, there's my my fantastic stories about
That's
pooping,
amazing.
nervous
That's amazing.
poops. And, I mean, everybody does have nervous poop. It's just when do you recall the nervous poop? That's all.
I don't know what the difference is between a nervous poop and not any other poop, but what's your definition of a nervous poop?
Well, no, I would think you would remember, like, you're so nervous that it's almost comes out of like nowhere. Like all of a sudden, I got to take a dump.
That wasn't me like half an hour before the show. That was Carlos. But I mean, it happens, right? To everyone, right? I don't know. It didn't come out of nowhere. Carlos told me.
Wait, he was there? He told you where it came out of?
Yeah, he told me. He's like, "Oh my God, I'm so nervous."
I'm so nervous. I had to poop.
He's like, "You're so nervous, I have to poop for you."
Next week, I'm going to do the show in the bathroom.
Better acoustics in there.
Mm-hmm. That's a lot of pooping. This whole show is
So-
filthy.
So yeah, so my grandmother would. She couldn't go anywhere unless it was her own house, and I can't even fathom that. Like, can't even fathom that.
I have a coworker like that. He won't go anywhere and he'll drive home. I'm like, why? Like, do you
Well, I mean-
understand? Like, there's certain, like you said, there's certain spots that are clean and you can go to, and like
You
almost
plan them. You plan them
have-
out. You know
And
what
people
they
say,
are.
how do you know your way around LA? Poops. Well, excuse me? Yeah, bathrooms where I poop. Like, wait, that's how you plot? You ever heard of waves? I have poops.
like I drive now, like I do some like delivery stuff, and the truck stops are the best places. The bathrooms are like the walls.
they're
are totally
massive, though.
Yeah, they're totally
Yeah.
down to the floor. I mean, you don't even know anybody's next to you. Thank God.
No, seriously.
Nobody.
In China, I haven't been to China, but I hear like Ari Shafir talking about it. They don't have toilets; they have holes in the ground. You have
Oh,
to
yeah,
take
those are the
shit
old-fashioned
in the
toilets.
hole.
You
But
have to
that's like
squat.
the natural pooping position.
You know
Right.
what? I've thought about that. I thought about carrying a bucket in my van with litter on the bottom and just going to the back of my work van and closing the door. I'm like, privacy. And maybe buying like a donut cushion and to kind of put it on top. Just let her go.
No, I knew
I
a
told-
guy who did that.
God, God.
He refused
Yeah.
to use the person's bathroom because we were working construction, and he refused to use the person's bathroom. So he went outside, got a bucket, a 5-gallon bucket, put water in the bottom, put the lid on it, and then cut a hole in the lid.
Wait,
Use that.
he put a lid and then cut a hole.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
God damn me.
Well, apparently he didn't want to fall into the bucket, but he cut a hole in the lid. Yeah. He's an ex-Marine. So it's like,
Very
whatever
smart.
it takes, man.
That's
Simplify.
unbelievable.
I remember going to a grocery store because I bought toilet paper and litter. And the guy looked at me and looked back at what I bought, and looked back at me, and I was like, "Yeah, dude, my toilet broke." And he was like, "What?" And I was like, "Just saying, bro. All else fails. Cat litter and toilet paper. Like, all you need. That's all you need." So, I mean, that's how it goes. I mean, sometimes I wait by my cat's litter box for him to finish. He looks at me like, "What do you want? Finish, bro. Hurry up. I'm next." I should have bought 2 of these or a bigger one. We could both take dumps at the same time. I could pet you. on. Like, he probably like that too. He's like, man, I can't believe we're dumping together. I know, huh? This is an experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your own.
And then he looks at me. He's like, now you pot and put all the litter on top of that. Like,
I got to find a new litter.
yeah. So that's
our
it.
litter is nasty.
Nervous poops. There we go.
I didn't.
Wow.
I didn't mean for this to happen, you guys. Or I mean, Carlos didn't mean for this to happen.
Yeah, no, I
Yeah.
mean it's a good topic. I mean, like I said, I'm pretty sure everyone's has nervous poops. Everyone.
Oh, but just to get back to what Marie said real quick, they have those bathrooms in Japan. They have the traditional toilet. They have a regular toilet, but then if you look at the next stall over, it'll say Japanese toilet, and what it is, it's a little porcelain thing on the ground, where it's just a hole. So you just squat. You squat on top of it.
I would never be able to do that.
But
No.
the funny thing is that every hotel room that I stayed in, every toilet was a bidet. So
That's
it had its
better,
own
though.
bidet. So, warm water, whatever. So it's funny. They either really clean people or they think all the visitors are stinky. So they need to clean themselves. But yeah, no, they have both bathrooms. They have, and they have the toilet. In one of the hotels I was in, the toilet was in the shower. So basically, the whole room is a shower. So everything gets soaked down when you shower.
Do you take a shit in the shower?
You get shit in shower, yeah.
That's an interesting one. I might have to try
Actually, it
that.
wouldn't be a bad idea.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So next time it rains, I'll try it. Yeah. Interesting.
I mean,
All
I
right,
know you should shower and shave, but I don't know if you do that all together. That's kind of weird.
You can in Japan.
Shit, shower, and shave.
Those guys are ahead of our time, man.
That's
These
pretty
people
good
are
combo.
geniuses.
Shit, shower, and shaving.
That's right.
I will try that later. All right, let's take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We will right back with one last conversation about, we're not sure yet. We're just going to come up with something, pop it out of a hat, and we'll see what happens. Here on Nerds Talking the Podcast.
When I first came on this show, I was talking to Lafayette, and he was like, "Hey man, you ever nervous, are you?" And I was like, "I'm not, man. I just tap myself a little bit, but I'm not that nervous, I'm just when I get nervous, I don't poop myself. It's weird. I have like a nervous masturbation tick. So it's really odd. When I get nervous, I'm kind of nervous right now talking about this. I gotta go. Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. We are here with Carlos, Marie, and Hugh. It's our final segment of today's episode 13 here in 2021. And we are going to cover some crazy stuff. Actually, I don't know what we're going to cover right now. We're going to cover, we usually do this. Anybody have any Netflix recommendations or streaming recommendations for people to watch? Give us one, only one each. You guys only can tell us one, nothing more than that. So Marie's the first. She rose her hand.
And it's super old, and I am a repeater all the time. Monty Python and the Holy Grail.
Okay, Monty Python and Holy Grail can be found on
I'll
Netflix.
bite your leg off. I'll bite your leg off.
How about Hugh? Hugh, do you have one?
Robin,
A suggestion for a streaming show or movie or?
Well, yeah, we already covered it last week. I thought Cobra Kai was great.
Well, no, give me something new. Don't just give me the
yeah.
same crap.
Well, all right. Well, no, I can't because I don't have anything else that comes to mind right out of the.
Are you watching anything at the moment? Maybe. Like,
well, we
The
already
Crown
talked. No, you guys already talked about Mandalorian, and that's not Netflix anyway. That's
okay. I mean, it could be anything. I don't care. Netflix, it could be Hulu, it could be Disney Plus, it could be Peacock, it could be. God damn, there's so many now.
I do want to
Showtime
see
has
the new
one.
season of Picard.
Oh, there we go. That's on CBS All Access. So
Yeah,
there
I
you
do
go.
want to see
So-
the new season of Picard. First season was good.
So Picard would be your recommendation because I haven't seen
Yeah.
that. Carlos, I think, has seen that. But Carlos, do you have a recommendation for the week for Netflix?
I would go with Rick and Morty season 4 uncensored on Hulu.
There you go, Rick and Morty. Fantastic show, Rick and Morty. I would. I just finished watching this one. It just came. The season 4 just came out. The Chilling Adventures of Sabrina the Teenage Witch on Netflix. So
Oh, is that good? I've
pretty
not
good.
watched it
It's
yet.
Pretty good. It's not what you think. It's very dark and has a lot of violence and sex and blah 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 blah. It's not an old TV show. It's totally different. But no, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. It has a very twist at the end, which I like, and they don't. I don't know. It's kind of odd. The ending was odd, but anyway, 4 seasons. Sabrina the Teenage Witch on Netflix. Check that out. So there you go with that. And I was thinking maybe you guys have a take on this. Why do people refer to items, objects, and so forth as her? Does that make sense when I say that? Like when people say things about their car, oh man, look at her purr, or they buy something new, it's always a female. It's always referred to as a female, no matter. And this is a guy thing, of course. This is not women don't say that. At least I don't think women say these things, but guys always say such things, right? They always say, "Oh man, the United States is a her." You know what I mean? You're like, oh, like, do you guys understand what I'm saying? Does that make sense to you guys?
Yeah, like a motorcycle or something. Oh, she's beautiful bike or something like that.
Yeah, she's a beautiful bike. It's just like, I never understood that. When people tell me, hey, nice car, well, I'll thank the Koreans that built it. I didn't do with it. Sorry. Like, there's this odd take. Like, why are things always people refer to things such as that as a her? I mean, do you guys have a take on that? Do you guys do that? I guess is another question.
Maybe these guys are afraid of referring to it as a he. He's, my car, he's so hot. My car is so great.
What?
He's great.
The what?
There's a Queen song. I'm in love with my car, right? And they're always referring to it. It's like, because she's sexy, because she's hot. Just shh, purr.
Yeah. And I get the reference, but it's just kind of funny when people like the American flag is a her to people.
Is it?
You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've never heard that. Is it?
Oh, I've heard that before. Yeah. Don't respect her. Like the don't respect, like the country's a her and so on and so forth. You're like, this is so odd. It just can't be what it is. It has to always,
Maybe because the Gulf of Mexico has the roundness down there, and there's like.
So Mexico's the booty?
Wow. No, not Mexico. Like the Gulf of Mexico, you can go up in it.
Oh wow! Didn't think about that. That's so. You know what?
I've heard of what you're saying, but that's just my thought because I'm a person.
So you've never heard like a guy refer to his it's a lot of it is just things they own or vehicles and so forth.
Yeah, well, when you're talking about a vehicle, they say her. I hear her because they think it's so beautiful, it's sexy. They're referring to, you could say a man is beautiful, right? But that just is it's pronouns.
Yeah. Not, well, for instance, Carlos and I played in a softball league, and I bought a brand new bat. And when I showed up, one of the guys his take was, let's see how she performs. I'm like, that what? Let's see how she performs. And I thought,
where is she?
Well, I just thought, why?
They're talking about Carlos.
Yeah, you know what? You're right. And it's just odd because I just thought to myself, did I buy a Caitlyn Jenner bat or something? Like, what does this mean? Like,
it doesn't even make sense because it's more dick shaped than anything.
Right? That's what I'm saying. Like, how does she perform? I guess let's find out. I hit 3 grounders. I was out 3 times. So she didn't. She was lousy. She was lousy. People, how did she perform? Sloppy. Not very well. She let me down. They're like, damn, this sounds like a horrible person. Oh, this is my baseball bat. Oh, what do you do with that bat, buddy? Oh, well, let me tell you, the Gulf of Mexico is all I can say. The Gulf of Mexico. That's all. What's that? That's what I call my asshole. So
it's not pine tar on that handle, that's for sure.
It's just like I said, it's an odd take when guys say that, and it always seems like the cool macho guys that say it. Like
the misogynists.
Yeah, exactly. There you go.
Toxic masculinity.
Yeah, things like that.
And that's why they could never refer to the bat as a he, because that would be a threat to their masculinity. No, not that I'm that kind of guy. Huh?
We're getting kind of deep.
Yeah, no, but it's just kind of, I thought it was an odd thing. I heard some people say it recently, and I was like, some guy was talking to another guy about his car, and he was referring to always as a female, and I was like, dude, it's a Ford Mustang, bro. It's a fucking horse, if anything.
It's an it.
And it's a Mustang. Mustang is a male horse. Like, come on, man. If anything, your horse is trans. Should have bought a Trans Am.
Trans Am?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I just thought it was awkward. That's all. It's just an awkward thing. I like I said, it's just something that I thought about, and you guys all think the same.
Unless you're referring to the musical artist, her.
That's different, though. That's different.
Her.
Yeah,
Her.
it's her. Like, it's just her. I mean, I don't know. I think, like I said, it's an odd thing people say. That's all.
There's a hair supplement, and it's called Her. Okay, so I don't know. I recently had COVID, and all my hair's falling out. And there's a hair supplement called Her, and it has the same ingredient as Rogaine, and it's called Her. So I don't know if that's a thing either. So Her.
Well, is it made for females?
Yeah, it's made for
okay.
It's called Her.
That makes
and
sense
J-Lo
then.
approves of it. J-Lo.
Yeah.
You know, I would buy it because J-Lo approved of it. But I don't know. Who's this? Like these pronouns about hers and his and she and I don't know. It's like,
Wait, you said you bought it because J-Lo approved
I didn't
it?
buy anything.
Oh, because that's a whole different topic. Do you buy stuff because celebrities or people like endorse it? Like that's a whole different topic.
Because they're right there developing it, right there back in the
Has
lab.
anybody here ever
Yes,
purchased
I
something because a celebrity said to purchase this or endorse
I
it?
actually probably do the opposite. I would not buy something because a celebrity endorsed it.
Well, I bought a pair of shoes because they had a celebrity's name on them. I had a pair of indoor shoes, David Beckham's, and they were the most comfortable shoes I ever had.
What brand is that? Like Nike or
Adidas. I only
Really?
wear Adidas. I don't wear anything outside Adidas.
Adidas is the best.
Yeah, I don't recall.
That's what I wear.
I think sports gear is a little bit different because it's all tied into the athlete, you know. But if Matthew McConaughey tried to sell me a Cadillac, I wouldn't buy it.
Didn't he?
A Lincoln?
A Lincoln Cadillac. That's
Yeah.
right.
A Lincoln
That's
Cadillac.
Is that what I said? A Lincoln Cadillac?
He
Guess
did
what
do
you
that,
said.
though,
I did
didn't
say
Dumbass.
that.
He did.
That's what it is.
Where he did poetry while sitting in his car,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
which made me want to go right out and get it.
Well,
Yeah,
that's funny that you bring that up though, because then you have all these people that make thousands and thousands of dollars on like Instagram and TikTok. And they're called influencers because they're supposed to influence you to purchase some crap that they're
You
pushing.
know, that's another question. Has anybody bought anything because an influencer was pushing it?
Absolutely not.
Kind of, sort of. So since COVID, I've been trying to get into doing makeup, and I've been looking at tips and looking at drag queens and doing all this stuff. And I kind of do sometimes. I try not to get duped because I know that I'm doing this thing where they're like, oh, pushing this brand, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that. But sometimes I know that I can look it up. Oh, what are the best versions of these skincare products? And I look up like 3 or 4 different bests of, and if I see the same one of it, then I will probably buy that one.
I got a question for you. What's the difference between buying makeup at Macy's and buying it at Target?
Target is considered like a drugstore brand, and then buying it at Macy's is considered high end. And
Okay, but
it's all the same thing.
okay? It's basically the same thing, right? I mean, it's the same.
Okay, that's not true. Okay, that's not true though, because if you buy it at so if a high end makeup brand, it could. I'm obsessed with Benefit. It's so good. Okay, let me give you an example.
Good.
So eyelashes. I'm wearing eyelashes right now. If I were to put it in the makeup remover water for 15 minutes, I could take it out and it will lose its structure. If I buy the Benefit brand, it won't lose its structure. It's so nice.
So it's more quality.
It is more quality, but if I saw a drag queen say, if you don't know what you're doing, then there's not any point to buying more expensive stuff.
So men always have the right answer. I hear you.
Mhm.
Right. But
Yeah.
it just, I don't know. Makeup is a whole nother story, and I can explain it, but I'm kind of drunk and it's not going to make sense.
Okay, well, I like that answer best, actually. So it's when I buy stuff for home,
Mhm.
like say toilet paper and paper towels and basically just anything that's disposable, I don't buy the name brands. I buy just like the Target brand. You know what I mean?
I buy a lot of Target brand anything. If I know that it's going to be the same quality, it's going to be the same quality as the name brands.
Yeah, I mean, I assume you guys do the same, right?
I'll buy
Like, when you go,
this.
Kirkland does make their own little White Claws. Well, Kirkland makes everything. Kirkland made me. So.
Kirkland makes good shit, though. They do. Not everything they
Kirkland
make is
makes
great, but a lot of good
everything.
shit.
I mean,
They make a vodka that Grey Goose is okay. So they have a vodka, Kirkland vodka, and Grey Goose is the one that makes it.
Yeah.
Oh,
I've bought
yeah,
that
well,
before.
yeah.
The rum isn't very
When you buy the generic Tylenols or aspirins or whatever it is from CVS. It's just the leftovers.
stuff.
Yeah, it's basically like, hey, we got all this extra crap. You want to buy it off of us for cheap?
Mhm.
Like,
Well,
it's
is
not.
it like that though?
What's up?
Is it like that, or do they give it? So someone told me once, it's like, okay, so with like the Grey Goose vodka per se, they give them a certain amount of money because Costco makes their money off membership, right? So Grey Goose can give them a certain amount of vodka for a percentage because Costco makes their money off the membership.
Well, yeah, I mean, I'm not sure how they
That's
run
true.
it, but you're not wrong. I mean, that's how all Kirkland products are. There's not a guy named Kirkland making all that stuff.
Are you
So,
sure? No.
I mean, could be. I don't even know. Carlos, Google that.
That guy.
So,
Yeah, but their generic stuff is pretty good though, except for their spice rum. Not very good.
I couldn't tell you. Like, I don't think I've had anything.
Target cat litter yesterday because it was the exact same tub as the cat litter that I buy. And
So,
we were talking about cat litter a few minutes ago, and the cat litter that I buy is great. So I almost bought it, but I didn't want to because I can't.
but that's the same.
Two cats.
It's the same idea as toilet paper. Your cat's just gonna shit in it. You're gonna clean it, throw it out.
But
and then,
this
There is a difference.
Does not stink.
Hold on.
It
It's
clumps
like
it up. It is great.
we have like a
I have
commercial
two
for
cats
Target
in a
cat litter.
650 square foot apartment. Like this cat litter is the shit.
Cat litter.
Yeah, I wanna know what cat litter
litter is
she's
the
using.
shit. Okay.
Which one are you using? I want to know which one she's using.
It's Target
Because
cat
the one
litter. It's the Target brand.
No,
It
not
is?
yet. Not yet.
But that's the one you like, the Target
No, I
brand.
haven't used it. I thought about buying it, but I didn't do it yet because
The best thing about using my cat's cat litter box is the clumping. I love
see,
that.
and that's when you know you're an adult is because you appreciate the clumping of your cat's litter. Isn't
No.
that
No. When I use the litter box, I said I like the
It's
clumping.
the same thing. It's the same thing. You
Mhm.
can take a shit in it and it still clumps.
That's what I'm saying. Now imagine
The
my size
dustless-
compared to his size.
You mean you
Those are
don't
big
cover yours up?
clumps.
You don't cover yours up?
My cat does it
Cat
for me.
does it.
No. Oh, I
Yeah.
got you.
He's like my own little butler.
It takes. See, the cat.
Let me get that for
you. Your own little
I
butt
don't
licker?
shit up. I need
Yeah.
my shit to stink.
Yeah, my cat is my own little butt licker. You're right.
It's Lafayette. I'll get that, buddy. I got it.
Yeah. Just a bunch of crap. All right. Well, that's pretty much our show. So thanks everyone for popping in. We started off with cults and with cat shit. So and in between, a lot of silliness, people. A lot of silliness. So hopefully you go watch Netflix, The History of Cursing. You take a nervous poop and, wipe your ass with Kirkland toilet paper. That's where we're heading.
Now, would you call your poop a she?
Oh, that's a good question.
That's
a
a
good
beauty.
question. That's a
Oh, man,
beauty.
she came out strong. Yeah.
No, we didn't hear you, Marie. Say that again.
Well, I take daddy size shit, so
Wow.
Wow. You know what? That's
Carlos does. Carlos takes daddy size
no,
shit.
you just said it. Number one. And number two, now we know what you refer. Now what word you use
Wait,
to
hang on,
refer to
hang on.
things.
Hang on, I have to get that out of my head. I have to get that out of my
That
head.
bike
Get out,
hanging
get out,
behind
get
you
out,
is
get out.
daddy and so forth. Now we know.
Get that out of my head.
See, because men would say, look at my new bike. She's so nice. And now you go, look at my daddy. I want to ride my daddy. Okay, we understand. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking the podcast. Nerds.
I think I have to cut my head off now.
There you go. You go cut your head off. And no, the one above your
I got a
shoulders
knife
or
here
below your
somewhere.
waist. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Nerds Talking the podcast.
Cut my own head off.
We'll see you guys next time for Carlos, Hugh,
Bye-bye.
and Marie. Have yourself a wonderful weekend. Make sure you watch some Netflix and drink some White Claw. See you guys next time.
So I'm gonna do that next time. Many White Claws.
Not sponsored by Bitcoin anymore. It's sponsored by White Claw.
Oh, crap. I forgot to cover Bitcoin. God damn it. It took a shit this week. Oh, well, next time.
No, it's back up to 39 again.
It jumped up again. I'm putting this
They went
all
from
in the
31 to
podcast. It
39 in
doesn't matter.
4 days.
Did
All
you
right,
see that?
everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking the podcast. That was our Bitcoin segment. Have
Oh
a
my
good
god, my dad is gonna listen to this tomorrow. He's gonna be so disappointed in me.
Wow, that's very interesting right there. You think about it. So, I normally refer to things as females. I refer to them as badass mother truckers. You know what I'm saying? Like my car's a badass mother trucker. You know what I'm saying? But that's okay. Everybody has their own little thing. Thanks for tuning in. They're talking the podcast. Remember, buy your Bitcoin, because if you got to talk about it, but they did talk about it, but they didn't really talk about it, they talk about Bitcoin. So, again, thanks for tuning in. They're talking the podcast, everybody. I'm Terry Phillip.
You can email us at nerdstalking@yahoo.com for any questions, concerns, opinions, or topics you might want us to talk about. If you want to join the show, let us know what you're bringing to the table. Reach us at nerdstalking@yahoo.com.